guys, welcome to the Tuesday edition of the show where I report on the latest in gaming news. Anyway, as you may already know, yesterday I asked you guys if we could maybe hit 5,000 likes, but we actually got over 9,000. See that? Yeah, over 9,000 likes. That's incredible. You guys are the best. So anyway, let's see what we can hit today. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, please remember to smack the like button. And now, let's get to our first gaming news report of the day. And it's that Sony revealed the PS Vita TV. Basically, this device will plug into your TV via HDMI and will allow you to play your Vita games. You won't actually need a Vita since it has a slot to put the game in. So think of it more as a micro console, just like the Ouya. Now, what's actually really cool about this is that if you do have a Vita and you want to get the new Vita TV, you'll be able to play multiplayer with the person that's on the Vita while you're on the TV using the PS Vita TV. The same will go for when the PlayStation 4 comes out. You'll be able to play a game on the PS Vita TV while someone is actually playing a game on the PS4. Basically, you'll be streaming games from the PlayStation 4 onto the Vita TV, and then you can play multiplayer games in another room just on another TV. So this is actually really awesome. It completely gets rid of split screen, which is really annoying. Well, that's if you have two TVs, you can actually get rid of split screen. Now, no release date is set for the PS Vita TV in the rest of the world except for Japan. And if you do happen to live in Japan, it'll be out on the 14th of November this year. It'll retail for about 9,480 yen, which is about $100 here in Australia. Oh, and just one final thing about the PS Vita TV is that it's an entertainment box, because it'll allow you to stream Hulu, Netflix, and other programs just like those. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, in some related news to the PlayStation Vita, the PlayStation Vita is actually getting a new design. Sony has announced that the new Vita is 20% thinner than the old model, and yeah, it's also 15% lighter, which is pretty nice. One of the cool things about this Vita, except for it being thinner and lighter, is that it comes in a bunch of new colors. Instead of it just being black, you'll be able to get it in yellow, pink, white, grey, lime green, and light blue. Additionally, the OLED screen has been replaced by an LCD screen, and the battery life is now 1 hour longer on the console. It'll launch on the 10th of October this year in Japan only. We don't know when the rest of the world is going to get it. Most likely it'll be next year. And speaking of next year, and speaking of Japan, and speaking of PlayStation, that's where we take our news over to the sad news.
Sad news! What the fuck?
So with Japan getting all these new cool things early, they're gonna miss out on something very big early. They're actually gonna be delayed for the PlayStation 4. Because the PlayStation 4 won't be out in Japan until February next year. Specifically, it'll be out on the 22nd of February 2014. I actually find this quite odd because they've delayed it in Japan of all places. Because, well, Sony is a Japanese company and they're basically screwing their own people over. Luckily though, they have all these cool new things to buy in the meantime, and also they will have over 20 games at launch. They're gonna have a huge selection of launch titles, so it's not too bad when it comes out. So yeah, if you do live in Japan, I'm sorry that you have to wait until February next year, but yeah, whatever. I'm not in Japan, so let's just move on to the big news.
Big news!
So today's big news is that Grand Theft Auto 5 had a bunch of new screenshots released today. Now in these screenshots, we can see a huge selection of different vehicles that'll be in the game, like this semi-trailer that looks completely out of control. We also have a beat up plane, a Banshee, a plane on the runway, fast cars, motorbikes, and a bunch more screenshots that I'll just keep talking and talking and talking while they come on screen. If you do want to check out the screenshots in their full resolutions, I have linked them down below. And if you guys can tell, I seem very odd right now because I'm like, I want the game right now, but it's not out just yet. Luckily though, we can finally say that there's only 7 days left until the game comes out. Technically, there's less than 7 days for us Australians, so I'm pretty damn happy about that. Seriously, I just can't believe there's less than a week left until this game comes out. It feels like we've been waiting 100 years. Speaking of waiting for 100 years, Gorilla Man's actually pretty old, you guys may not know, and yeah, here he is with his question. Thanks, Gorilla Man. Okay guys, the question is, what video game character would you want to join you along in a zombie apocalypse, and why? So put your answers down below in the comments section. They could have done on tomorrow's show, but enjoyed today's video, make sure you smack the like button, because I'm ChampChong, my access Australian. Here are the answers to Gorilla Man's previous question.